What is going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome back to another video. So, in one of my recent videos, we'd covered the Nickmercs leaving 100 Thieves official statement, and I had said at one point that it seemed very business-like to me, which was very odd because as far as I knew from previous, interactions between the two, it was like they started 100 Thieves together almost. Or at least, like, the second I heard about 100 Thieves, I heard about Nickmercs. So he was like the first, official member of it. In the statement, which I'll leave up here again if you guys didn't see it. If you guys didn't see it, I also did a video about it 2 days ago. Check out that video. I'll leave that link in the description. But it was very business-like. It was like, I needed to do what's best for me and my family, my friends. And as of effective immediately, I'm no longer with 100 Thieves. And I thought that was very business-like. I was like, there seems like there's more to that, because that doesn't sound like a better business opportunity came up. And it was just like, hey, man, it's been fun. There was none of that. It was just completely business-like. And then the video started surfacing because Nick started getting asked about it on Twitch. So we'll roll a clip here real quick.
We went out there. The plan was for me to grow, and in turn, that would grow 100 Thieves, right? That was my role, and he made some promises to me as a friend, how we were going to do it, how he was going to take care of me. It just didn't end up happening, man. And I don't hate the guy. I definitely don't hate him, but I don't like him. Him and I are not cool. We're never going to be cool. I don't want nothing to do with him. I never do business with him. I'll never sit down at a table with him ever again. And that's, you go through life and you just, bro, you learn things. You literally learn things. I mean, are they doing good work over 100 Thieves? Yeah. But.
So what I'm getting from all that is, Nadeshot and Nickmercs, Nadeshot started 100 Thieves and brought Nickmercs on very, very early. And I'm assuming, these are assumptions, I will never know obviously what happens unless, Nadeshot makes a statement as well. I'm assuming it was basically like, you're 100 Thieves, I'm 100 Thieves, let's start this. Maybe shares were talked about, maybe shares in the company were talked about, or maybe like the success of 100 Thieves will scale with the success of Nickmercs. But then it kind of just sort of turned into Nickmercs just being so successful in the streaming and Fortnite aspect that, Nadeshot was just focusing on the business. 100 Thieves is doing great. The apparel's doing great. They're in, multiple titles with top teams. So business side and Nadeshot are doing great. Nickmercs and streaming side are doing great. But I think at some point Nick expected him to start being involved with the business side, or maybe a portion of ownership or shares, like I was saying. But then, Nadeshot all of a sudden starts getting offers from Drake, and he starts getting offers from these people. And it just turns into a point to where I'm sure he did say, like, hey, this will be the plan. But then it just didn't work out. It got to the point to where, like, Drake owns portions, and you're starting to, like, leave yourself, thin in terms of being able to offer other people ownership spots. Or, he fill up the executive spots with people in the business or people that just understand business. Because obviously Nadeshot was new to starting and running an org. He probably had a decent amount of experience from Optic. But, I'm assuming maybe that was the idea, was Nickmercs would kind of come on in a executive role. And it just never ended up working out. He didn't have just all negative things to say. So a lot of the articles I've been reading have mostly been negative. Just saying, like, oh, Nickmercs is trashing Nadeshot. And to be fair, he is being kind of harsh, but obviously from his point of view, it's deserved. It's his opinion. So he did have some, I guess, in defense of Nadeshot things to say, which I'll roll the clip now.
Defend him a little bit is that, listen, he hasn't had a lot of experience being a CEO. And, me going through that with him, I saw a lot of the stresses that he went through being a CEO. It's tough. It ain't fucking easy, man. It's a lot of new shit. And you got a lot of people that confide in you and need you, and you got to make executive decisions and tough calls. And that's tough. It is, man. I fucking get it. But as a boss, And as a person that has his own thing going on here, I got 9 people to work for me, man. I got all kinds of shit going on, and I know that sometimes you got to make a tough call. You got to do it. You can't. It's part of the game. That's it. You need to make it right. And I just think he failed to do that with me. That doesn't mean he failed to do it with everyone. That doesn't mean that everybody over there is getting treated horribly. It's not the case. But with me, he failed to make that right. And it happens, man. We've been over it.
So like I said, not all bad. He did say like he's new, maybe he had the intention to do it, but it just didn't work out. He said 100 Thieves are doing good things there, and it's not, the relationship they had isn't a reflection on the rest of the way everyone else is being treated in 100 Thieves. Outside looking in, it seems like 100 Thieves is a well-ran organization. I think I've given them props in the past, to be honest. It looks like they're doing things right, but as a CEO, as a leader within an organization, unfortunately, it's not always an option to take care of everybody, unfortunately, especially when you're starting something new. When you're starting something new and it's just like anybody that's willing to help is just like invaluable to you, so you want to repay them, but sometimes you can't repay them in the way you would originally kind of promised. I don't know if I'd say promised, but like intended to, like, hey man, yeah, like you'll come up with me, 100 Thieves is Nickmercs is 100 Thieves, bro, like it's me and you, but then Drake gets involved and then now you start having like business people that are actually going to run like the business portion and help you run it, and you have your titles, you're in a bunch of different games, so it just gets mucked up, and then all of a sudden you're not able to do that anymore. So it's unfortunate. I do like both the guys. I respect both of them as creators in the past for Nadeshot and now as a businessman. So it's unfortunate, but this happens in business. It happens more in the gaming culture than we really realize, because the difference with gaming, and it's what I even talked about when I was talking about Tfue and Banks, is the difference with esports in the gaming culture is a lot of times the line gets blurred between business and friendships, and a lot of times that causes conflicts of interest, all of the above, because everybody's so close here. So you're running a multi-million-dollar company, and you're also friends with the people you have contracts with, so maybe you know what I mean? So it gets complicated. So it's unfortunate to see, but this is what happens in business. This is what happens when money is involved. Everybody, yes, of course, they don't all think about money, but, to shame people for thinking about money, it's the future of their ability to provide for a family in the future. So, when people throw people under the bus for, they're just thinking about, money, they're just money hungry. Well, like, yeah, of course they are. You try and manage it with friendships, but I mean, yeah, money is important. It's your ability to live, live your life. So either way, that pretty much closes off that story. We'll see if, they mend things in the future. It's possibly, from Nick watching those videos, I imagine probably not, but either way, we'll move on to the next video. More news. Friday Fortnite is back. Keemstar's launching Friday Fortnite. The $60,000 that FaZe made from Tfue, I don't know why I put that in quotes. They still made it from Tfue. They're donating to let Keemstar do the Friday Fortnite again. Friday Fortnite, if you guys don't know, very successful, very popular tournament each Friday in Fortnite that has a little different structure than regular Fortnite. I honestly enjoy this structure more than the regular structure of Fortnite, like the actual competitive scene of Fortnite. So basically you go in as a group of 4 into just random, public matches, and it's just whatever team of 2 can get more kills than the other team, and then it's a best of 2. So, if you get 15 kills with your group of 2 and the other team gets 10 kills on their group of 2, then obviously the next game, the team that only had 10 has to do better than 5. That's just the simple math of it. It's just more exciting to me. I don't know why. I tried to watch the regular competitive Fortnite, and it's just like, I don't know. I enjoy it, but just not as much. I watched every single Friday Fortnite, which is odd, because I haven't watched any other competitive Fortnite. So I don't know. It was just interesting, hopping between different people's channels, supporting people as like individual creators rather than just one overall stream, being able to watch who I want, pulling up multiple streams and stuff. It's just exciting and fun. So those are going to be going on the next few Fridays. Keemstar also announced, which I'll put somewhere up here, that they're going to be giving $10,000 to one of the fans watching Friday Fortnite, which is pretty cool. So bringing up that news, it just got announced that Overwatch's competitive director, pretty much, so whoever sets up the league structure, how it works, just left and got signed by Epic Games. Epic Games obviously makes Fortnite, so it'll be interesting. You know, Overwatch is a wildly like successful competitive game. You know, they have, you know, league spots with you know, people from different countries playing in the league and in states, you know, state ran teams in the game. So it's a very, very popular, very successful competitive structure. And that person just got hired to come over to Fortnite. So it'll be very interesting. Maybe things can be changed around. Maybe it'll make it a little bit more interesting to watch. I know a lot of people do watch it. I'm just talking about my personal opinion on if I think it's interesting or not. So that, you know, again, I'll put that up here as I'm talking about it as well. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you would like me to cover, if there's certain sources, certain links you would like me to check out for news to talk about in tomorrow's video. There are videos every single day. If I don't have anything to talk about, I'll find something. If you link me something to talk about, I'll give you a shout out in the next video. And as always, I'll see you guys next video. Okay, bye.